We're on track to be in production at the end of 2008, so approximately fourth quarter of 2008.
You have the environmental approval. What does that mean to you?
Well, for us it means a whole bunch. One of the most difficult hurdles to get through in developing copper operations, actually any big resource operation in the world today, is your EIA. The environmental impact assessment, as it's known, is literally like your FDA approval on a medical device or a pharmaceutical. It's very encompassing. In some jurisdictions it can take years and years. Effectively in mining you have a fairly substantial impact on areas that you're going to be operating in. So uses of water, how it impacts the local communities, all these things are considered in a large document called the EIA. So it's a very difficult document to receive. And with that behind us, it's one of the major hurdles in mining development behind us now.
How many deposits do you have?
Currently we have 4 deposits, 2 of which are growing right now through further drilling exploration. We are starting with just one of our deposits, and our strategy is to start and grow through steps as opposed to starting large.
How do you plan to grow?
Basically, if you are a smaller company like Corriere, we have approximately a $350 million market cap. It's difficult to raise large sums of money for big mining projects. So our strategy has been to start with a manageable size project. It's very large in its own right, but it's something that we can manage and control right through to production. And from cash flows of that first operation that starts in 2008, we will continue to double production and then start new production on our other assets further up in our district. So the combination of near-term production for Corriere with a very large growth pipeline of assets that we control 100% gives us a very good growth profile, and it's fairly a unique situation to be in right now.
How do you pay for this growth?
Again, good reason to start with a modest size operation. Our operation is roughly $300 million US in capital cost. Typically mining operations are paid for 1/3 equity and 2/3 a debt component. So our equity is raised. So with our EIA raised or approved and our equity raised, we are just now in the final stages of putting together our debt partners. Debt for our project will come from the large smelting groups that we will work with, metals traders who want the metals that we produce and they're willing to participate in the financial package. We have gold monetization that we can do. We do have a small gold stream that comes from this, and of course the traditional mining banks.
What is the difference between you and all the other companies looking out for copper?
The difference between Corriere and copper developers is effectively most copper developers are modeling a very large, massive project. Typically mining runs at very large size, very large rates of copper and that. We have a unique opportunity of being able to have an economically strong project at a smaller size so that we can get to production very quickly. Big projects, big problems, big timetables. Smaller projects, smaller problems, short time frame to get to market. However, unlike the other ones with big projects to start with, we have big copper resources, so we will grow step by step, but grow from cash flows so that the big winners in the whole development are Corriere shareholders, not the big banks, you know, and get to production very quickly.